want that for Christmas, Daddy.
Mom, can I have that for Christmas?
Does this sound familiar? Does your child have a Christmas list like this? How do we manage an expectant preschooler, a greedy grade schooler, or an entitled teen this Christmas? I'm going to share 3 ways that you can do just that. J. Dawn Mom here, grown mom with grown kids. Every week I share a video of my life as a MOYA, a mother of young adults. And this week I have a flashback video for you. Flashbacks are things that I learned, lessons and traditions when my children were little, growing up over 3 decades of raising those 6 kids. Today we're talking about Christmas greed. We are counting down 3 ways to manage Christmas greed in our kids. The 3rd way is to manage their expectations. Set them up for success. Talk about your family's Christmas. How do you do Christmas? Do you get up in the morning all together and open gifts? Do you maybe do something on Christmas Eve? What is the logistic of your Christmas? Help them understand what that looks like. Does your family do Christmas lists? If so, brainstorm. Let them write everything they can think of. Let them imagine and dream and just indulge, get it all out on that big long list. And then after that, let them know how many they really should pick. So maybe pick your top 2, 3, 4, or 5 items that you'd really like to get for Christmas this year. Now don't forget to explain. This list is a suggestion, not a demand. You want to help manage their expectations about how many gifts they can expect to get, what types of gifts, and teach them empathy to say thank you whenever they get something from someone, and help them the best they can to understand it takes a little work for someone to give them a gift, and they should be grateful. They won't get it right a lot of the time, but that's okay. It's a training, it's a learning, and it's a growing. Make sure you explain to young children what Christmas morning should look like. Are they going to come and get you? Are you going to go and get them? Or are you going to wake up Christmas morning to the rustling of papers? Because they've gotten into all the presents while you weren't looking. Also, let them help choose gifts wherever possible. Help them be involved in the gift-giving process. For older kids, maybe grade school age and teens, they kind of already know what Christmas looks like. They've been hanging around a while and they have an idea. But if you've changed some of your Christmas traditions or decided to do something a little different this year, perhaps you realize you've really overindulged quite a bit in the past and you want to make an adjustment. Or maybe you want to change the way you go about things. Make sure they know ahead of time how many gifts should they be getting this year. What's the budget look like? Older kids can better understand if you can't afford things, you just can't. Don't get into debt over getting things for Christmas that you know good and darn well half those things those kids won't even be using a month from now. Don't leave them believing they're going to get a brand new iPhone when that's way out of your budget. You don't want to be the next viral kid video melting down because they didn't get the gift they wanted so badly. Bratty tantrums are not good. They should not be entertaining for parents to see their children like that. We need to teach them better. Be careful not to get too many gifts, so many that your child loses track of what all they got, and they also lose track of gratitude. Flashback. Here's a memory. I remember the year, and my kids will remember also if you ask them. They call it the year when Nanny OD'd. OD as in overdid it. Okay, so first of all, my mom is an Italian, over-the-top, overindulgent, extreme type of person. Any of you who know her, you know I'm telling the truth. But anyway, she wanted to get everything for her grandchildren. So anything they asked for, they got. Anything they mentioned in passing, they got. Anything they looked at and went, ooh, they got. That year, we had so many Christmas presents, like piled up all around the Christmas tree. So if you had 6 kids and Nana gets 5, 6, 7, 8 gifts each child, 6 times 6 is 36. 6 times 8 is 48. We're talking lots of gifts. And that's just from Nana. That doesn't include what we got them or what they got each other. I mean, it was mind-blowing. Anyway, as they're opening all the gifts, it got a certain point where they just really were tired of opening gifts. Whoa. Let me repeat that. They were tired of opening gifts. I mean, it got to the point where it was like, this is too much. Can we do some of this another time? Like, I'm full. So there is such thing as too much. Overindulgence, just too much. So, of course, we talked to Nanny, and Nanny, don't do that anymore. Wah, 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 wah. Fell on deaf ears to a certain point. I mean, it's Grandma, right? And she's Italian Grandma. But she has gotten better, I have to admit. Hey moms, I'd love it if you leave some comments below about some things that happened in Christmases past with you and your kids. The lesson here is to be careful, because if everything is special, nothing is special. If every gift is, oh, the next gift, the next gift, next gift, then none of them are special. It's just one big pile of stuff. And that's not the purpose of Christmas at all. The other thing I want to mention is expensive versus special. A special gift doesn't have to be expensive. It might be expensive, but it doesn't have to be. A special gift from the heart can cost very, very little and still be extremely special and hold a nice place in your heart. Number 2, counting down. Encourage the joy of giving above receiving. Yes, we all kind of know this on some level, but in a practical sense, we really need to teach our children to give. It's not always natural when you're really thinking about yourself. Like I said before, as early as possible, you want to engage your children in the giving process. Picking out gifts, wrapping gifts, giving the gift, and receiving the thank you. For the older kids, you can give them a budget, give them some money. Maybe when they're younger, you come along with them, you help them pick out gifts, but as they get older, you can actually give them a budget, sit down and plan and talk, and let them pick out the gifts that they're going to give to their loved ones. This helps them understand how much things really cost and what kind of sacrifice it is to give gifts to people. Also, to deny yourself, because when you're out shopping, don't you always want to pick up something for yourself? Right? Anyway, it helps them to pick out the gifts and then give them and receive the thank you and the joy of giving. Our family always did what we call the Dollar Tree Christmas. With 6 kids and 2 adults, that's 8 of us. So at the Dollar Tree, each kid would get $7. Go and get something special for your sibling. I will give you more details about the Dollar Tree Christmas in a future video. It's also great to serve during the Christmas season. There are so many opportunities to serve, events, food banks, giving trees, toy drives, just so many things you can give and serve. And that's a wonderful way to really foster giving in your child's heart. And the number 1 way you can help your child manage their Christmas greed is don't put your own feelings and wants on them. Whoa, what are you talking about? Me? Yes, parent, you. And me. I'm a parent too. I get it. We want stuff. That little voice inside, I deserve this, I want that, why can't I have this or that? That voice doesn't only talk to you, because our kids are reflections of us. Like it or not, they get a lot of their stuff directly from us. In our words, our deeds, our feelings, just osmosis. So first, we have to get our own Christmas feelings under control. If we don't, we end up living through our kids, overindulging, giving them extravagant gifts, because we're living through them. Since I can't get it, I'm going to get it for them, and I'm just going to give them and give them and give them, and I'm going to feel so good when I'm doing that. But all the while, look at what we're doing to them. We're spoiling them. We're ruining their experience for Christmas by turning them into little commercial elves. So many of us, including myself, have done that. That's not what we want to do. We've got to be aware of what we're doing. We don't want to create a Franken monster, because what's cute at age 2, 3, 4 is not cute. It's quite ugly and unappealing at age 12, 13, 14, and so on. So we have to be careful what we encourage, laugh at, or appear to enjoy, because our kids want to please us, And if they think we want them to do that, that's what they're going to do. So when they open a present and act like a brat about it, and we laugh hysterically, guess what they're going to do? Right, they're going to keep acting like a brat about it. So we've got to be careful what messages we're sending. The truth is, parents, our kids don't know what they don't know. In other words, they're not missing out on something unless we tell them, hey, you're missing out on something. They're little kids. They don't know what's out there. They don't know the possibilities. They don't know how many gifts they can really get. Until we tell them, we teach them, and we train them to expect a certain amount from us. Kids don't need much. They're very simple. A few simple toys and time with you, priceless. But we train them to want and expect more. We give them gifts way beyond what they would have ever asked for, to blow their mind and feel so special and important. But then there we did it. We set them up for next year. So I encourage you, resist as long as possible. Resist the big, extravagant, overindulgent gift giving. Try to keep it simple. Our kids are content and innocent. Let's keep them that way as long as possible. Let's allow our kids to teach us how to be content with simple things and time together. Because love in the form of Jesus is the true reason for the season. Let's love one another and enjoy our time together. So hit the thumbs up if you like this video. Don't forget to subscribe and comment below about your Christmas traditions, ideas, and lessons learned. Because moms learn so much from other moms. Merry Christmas to all of you. Iggsy.